Tap in with me. Is your mic used for spoken word, music, comedy, or podcasts? Why don't you take a seat on my couch and share your craft? Focus on the future. Reminisce about the past. This segment pinpoints your journey to the top. So make your presence felt before the mic drops. Tap in with me. Hello everybody, this is the Mic Drop with B. Anderson, and today we are sitting down with a multi-talented artist, and I'm gonna let him tell y'all who he is. Hey man, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Schuyler McCray. I'm a teacher, an actor, a spoken word artist. I've been performing around since I was like 13, I could say, so yeah.
So how did you get the name Conscious Sky? I always like to ask people how they got their, stage names and, stuff like that. So how'd you get Conscious Sky?
That's a good question. So the reason why I did that, because I always been aware, right? I always been aware. I always pay attention to like my surroundings and people. I'm very observant, right? And I noticed before everybody was saying like stay woke and stuff like that, I've been observant. So I put conscious in front of my name just to like kind of tell people like I'm observant. And then I added Sky with it because that's my real name. Schui.
Right, gotcha.
My name's spelled different, so put it together, Conscious Sky.
Okay. Okay, well, hey, let's not waste no time. Let's jump into your first project, Soul Poetry 1.
Yeah.
Hey man, get some insight. Let the people know, what is Soul Poetry 1?
Man, that's a great question. Soul Poetry 1 is basically my life work, right? That was my life experiences captured like my 23 years old until about 29. I just kind of captured it. Like I wrote that basically when I was in college.
Okay.
So I wrote that in dorms room, Kentucky State. Shout out to the Thoroughbreds. I wrote Soul Poetry 1 in college. Okay. So I just recorded and captured all my thoughts. And it was like, it was coming from not my heart, my soul. It's like the essence of who I am.
Where can people find this?
On YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. All you gotta do is type in Conscious Sky, and you can find it on YouTube. And it's on Instagram under Soul_Poetry1. Okay. You click the link in the bio. Boom, 9 projects, and my best friend, that 80 way, my best friend since the 7th grade, he did all my tracks. Okay. So I basically, I go in the booth, a cappella, I leave, and he just hooked it up for me. And I trust him that much since I known him since the 7th grade. I wouldn't do that with nobody else.
Right.
But since I trust him so much, I'm like, work your magic. And he did.
So what made you go the route of recording? It's a lot of artists these days that want to write a book and stuff like that. Why not a book?
See, the book is coming.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it was really him because he's a rapper, right? And I'm always hanging around the studio. Like, I'm just there for like creative input, right? And they're like, man, you hanging around the studio, why not lay your stuff down? I'm like, nah, like I'm not a rapper. They like, you don't gotta be a rapper. They're like, what you got is good. Just go in the booth. So I went in the booth one time. I'm like, oh, this feel kind of good. I kind of like it. It kind of remind me of being on stage. Like it's like a personal stage to me.
Gotcha.
So I was like, oh yeah, this ain't bad at all. And then once I hopped in there once, it got addicted.
Okay. So for anybody who want to tap in with you,
yes,
why don't you give them an example? Get them a piece that's on that project.
All right. America claims that we are self-destructive, like the AIDS virus that plagues us. But America seems to have amnesia. She forgot that she raped us. Our parents are ashamed to admit that they raised us. Police believe that we are prone to violence, so they chase us. No respect for the system because we see it as a source of pain. Married to the drugs and attempts to divorce our pain. I believe Martin Luther King rhetoric fell on deaf ears. And the crack epidemic took away most of our parents' best years. So now we smoke weed and drink liquor, knowing one day that it might kill us. But in that moment, we just hoping that it might heal us. And I admit that we are lost and we need to pray. But that's like asking tomorrow for what we need today. Our visionaries were murdered in cold blood, and our rappers lead the way. Hence the unraveling of a generation plagued by moral decay, and that's called Source of Pain.
Fire, man.
Appreciate
Fire.
you.
Hey, if y'all want to tap in and listen to his whole project, make sure y'all subscribe to him on YouTube. Make sure Soul Poetry 1.
Yeah.
Let's get into where it all started, man. You attended the School of Creative and Performing Arts, known to others as CPA. What did you study there?
All right. I would be remiss. It's the Real Performing Arts, 1310 Sycamore. I was the last graduating class out of that building, 07. But I studied drama, acting, drama. So that was my major. And I was in band for a little bit, so I know a little music theory.
Okay.
I know how to read scales.
What inspired you to want to be an actor?
Well, my aunt.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
she had us in all the little church plays.
Okay.
Growing up.
Yeah.
We didn't used to like it.
I don't know what honor grandparent didn't have us in the church plays as kids, man.
But she used to come and pick us up. Like, you gotta be in this play. I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it, but I'm glad I did. My mom said it's things that you wanted to do, and it's things that I made you do. And my aunt was one of them people who made me.
Okay.
made me be in a play, and I appreciate it. Now, present day, but at the time, I did not like it.
Do you think that she saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself at the time?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, now being a teacher, I can see that now. Like, I'll be like, oh, you want to come write this poem for me? I don't like poems. Just try it out, man. Then they come back to me, they like, I mean, I think I like writing poetry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely can see it now, but at the time, hindsight 2020, you know?
So, with you being a teacher,
Yes.
You teach courses, you teach after school clubs and things like that.
Absolutely.
Talk about that.
All right, so, man, honestly, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up Breakthrough Cincinnati, right? I worked there for 7 summers. That's where I cultivated my teaching skills, really, truly, right? It's an educational nonprofit. And they allowed me the freedom to, like, find myself as an educator.
Okay.
But during the school year, I worked at Withrow for 5 years. So Withrow was where I did I started a drama club.
Okay.
So I was able to teach students drama and then creative writing. And at the same time, I was a Louder Than a Bomb coach. So my students at Withrow participated in Louder Than a Bomb. So that's when I really got my, like, chops as a poetry coach, from taking my students down to Louder Than a Bomb and taking students who never performed and putting them in competition and just seeing they growth. Because, like, you know, it's hard to get up on that stage.
Absolutely.
It's hard to get behind that microphone. It takes a certain confidence. So to instill that upon in young people, ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing greater than that.
And then you keeping this thing going, man, this spoken word thing.
Yes.
You know, and we all got to band together and stick together.
Absolutely.
So I definitely appreciate you bridging the gap and helping the next generation get to this level and things like that. With you being a teacher, a spoken word recording artist, a poet,
I know,
you know,
I know that's a lot.
What is the most fulfilling to you?
Man, I'm gonna have to spit another poem if that's okay.
Oh, and I was with the actor. Can't leave the acting out, you know. So would you say, because you said you got to spit another poem, would you say that poetry is the most fulfilling to you?
Poetry is the best vehicle to get my message across.
Okay.
Teaching is the most fulfilling.
And I'm never gonna say no to another poem.
Oh yeah. All right. So this is what they want. I am what they need. Someone to look up to, someone to believe, someone to show them that they truly care. When all the lies have been shattered, I am still there. Yo, I will still hope and I will still pray. I will fight for the future despite what they say. Yo, I am the truth, but as humble as they come. Yo, I'm for the youth, cause that's where I'm from. That's who need me the most, but I need them too. When this world get dark, I can see them through. I could show you proof, but you gotta believe, not in the hype, but the power of your mind. We have all been deceived, but that's all good, cause I was the night. But the power of the truth transform the dark and the light. Get prepared, I'm here, not to hurt, but to help. I am what they fear. Your lives will be lifted, the truth will be told. The plot gets deeper as my life unfolds. I must stress though, this would be a time for healing. Yo, you ain't never felt until you felt this feeling called love. And that's before I even took an education course. I wrote that.
Man,
so
hey,
before I
deep,
even took an education course, so it's kind of like one of my professors told me this, man. He said, some people, you go into education thinking you're going to save children, and they end up saving you. And that's so true, right? We think we're going to go help them out, but they got redemptive qualities in them.
Yeah.
Because when you're a teacher, you constantly got to learn. It's self-reflection, constant checking of who you are. You got to look in that mirror.
Yeah.
Because they got to look in that mirror. They not who they supposed to be yet. So any flaw that you have within you, they going to point it out. I'm talking about from the babies.
Yeah.
To the grown.
Yeah.
To the they honest. They pure. So that keep me honest and pure. And that keep my art honest and pure.
Man, I literally see you on Instagram and Facebook and stuff all the time. It's like you got poems for days, man, and you be killing it. Why aren't you on stage as much?
Bro, honestly, this is because I'm shy.
I was gonna say because you more low key, man. You would say, man, hey, I'm chilling in the cut, but I'm like, because you kill it, man, on camera. On social media, man, but I never really see you on stage. So
nah, it's I'm shy for real.
Okay.
To be honest, but I'm working through that.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
It's a comfortability thing. And even though I went to performing arts and they forced me out of my comfort zone, that's still my nature. You know what I mean? You can't stray away from your original nature. Like, I just tell you a funny story. I don't know if nobody gonna get in trouble. No, that they can't. So my drama teacher, I used to be shy. I used to be whispering on stage, like, saying my lines. And then he was like, I used to wear headbands a lot. And he pretended like he was gonna light it on fire.
Yeah.
Like, stop me with your voice. Stop it. And then, but that really made me come out of my shell, right? And you know who Lil Romeo is, right? It was when I was younger. He said, do not be scared to make a fool of yourself on stage, right? And people be like, huh, what? Like, but when you're an actor, you have to be vulnerable. You have to be. Like, it's a part of who, like, just being a creative. So he made us perform, lip sync a song. Okay. And I performed, oh, Romeo, give me a
yeah.
But I had to lip sync that. And when I did that, that kind of gave me my presence as an MC. Okay. Because I was rocking the crowd lip singing, and they was going crazy, everybody in my class. And that gave me a confidence. That gave me like a confidence. Oh, I could really do it. Like maybe one day I could write my own stuff. If they rocking to me lip singing, then maybe I could do it myself.
Hey man, hey, that's deep, man. Hey, I look forward to seeing you on stage, man. You literally promote everybody.
Yes.
You promote everybody. I mean, I never seen anything like it.
For real?
Do you have a marketing background, or do you just like to promote?
Let me tell you, I love music, right? So if I'm gonna be sitting around on Instagram anyway, just scrolling, I like to be productive. You feel me? And I like music, and I like telling stories. So when they put that Instagram story thing up, that's a way for me to express myself as a writer.
Gotcha.
If I can't write stories like this, I'm gonna tell stories through words, other people's words, because I know music so much. I can tell story through words, so words resonate with me. So that's a part of like a huge part of why I promote, and because man, I grew up in Cincinnati, and I know it's a big like division between like artists. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that, and I don't like that. I think everybody who is talented should be seen. You know what I mean? Like
I always say, it's enough for everybody. Exactly. I tell everybody that it's enough for everybody.
So I never understood that. So if I see somebody doing something positive, whether it's selling clothes, whether it's selling juices, whether it's yoga, I got yoga. Like I started taking yoga this year, man. Changed my life. I won't lie to you. My mom had me meditating like since I was 5. Like she taught me about positive visualization and all that. But yoga did something different. As a black male, man, I carry a lot of stress.
Yeah.
A lot of trauma. It was all getting stored in my spine, man. Didn't know. Didn't know. I started doing yoga and I started to get loose. And the more I started to get loose, the more I started to heal, the more I was like, if I'm carrying this, I know people have been through worse things than me. What is other people carrying around? And you really, that's dangerous, man. Because guess what? Your spine leads to your brain.
Yeah.
And if it's creeping up your spine, so I do yoga every day now. Like 2 times a day, 3 times a day, just to give me balance. So Energy Studio out of Madisonville, that's where I started. My instructor was Blue, helped me out, changed my trajectory, you feel me, and give me confidence on stage. When I was there at Homegirl Holiday, you know what I was doing backstage before? Yoga. You know what I mean? Calm my anxiety down, calm my nerves down. Like, and you seen, did I kill it?
Yeah.
So it worked.
Homegirl Holiday.
Yes.
That was what, the latest acting gig that you had?
Absolutely. And the first one since performing arts.
Wow. Hey man, you really killed it. I really wanted to go. I honestly just went to support you.
Man, I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, I went to support you, man, but honestly, I really enjoyed myself. The actors and actresses were so dope and talented. Yeah, man. Cast. I loved it.
Beautiful cast. Bobby Bean, that's who do that. And Ariel Underwood, Performing Arts. Okay. You see how we rock? We always bring it back home.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, that was dope, man. I'm looking forward to the next one. This is the part of the show where I ask Conscious Sky some miscellaneous questions.
Okay.
And the first one that I'm going to ask you, man, like I said, it could be anything.
All right.
The first one I'm going to ask is, if you could only write about one subject matter for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Love. That's it. A bleeding heart. You know what I mean? Like, and it, not like I just willingly. Like, I'm just a loving person, for real. Like, at the core of me, at the heart of me, that's what I am. So, love, like, that's what started me writing. Like, I gotta do one more poem.
Hey, a lot of us guys, man, we started writing because of love, man. Exactly. I was the same way.
Exactly. So, it's a funny story, man. I went to Purcell Marion, summer school in the 10th grade. My teacher was from Walnut Hills. And she was like, your assignment is to write a poem or memorize a poem from another author. And I was like, can I write one? And she's like, can you write one? She's like, you got to perform it like in a couple of days. I was like, yeah, can I write one? She's like, sure. So I wrote it. They say if you love it, you should let it out its cage and bump it. If it comes back, then you know it's there to stay. But you got to realize this game called love, it'll get you acting funny, man. And I ain't even want to play. Matter of fact, I forgot all my lines. I ain't even know what to say. but it was too late. I let her go. No time to second guess myself. Shaking my hair reassuringly like, yeah, I did that to test myself. That's just part one though. Audience, stay tuned, because part two is like to sit and wait. And I keep telling myself, man, if it's meant to be, it'll be soon. Yo, soon never came. And years came and passed, man. My heart's been trampled on so much, it's starting to feel like grass. So about next time I get a fly one, bro, I ain't gonna let her out of my eyesight, let alone the cage. She can fight, struggle, even be mad at me. She just gonna have to stay pent up with rage. About next time I get a fly one, dog, I'm just gonna clip her wings. And despite what my Angelou think, that's really why the cage bird sings. And I recited that. And the whole class erupted. It. They was like, They was like, you gonna be a poet when you grow up? like really, people was like, you. But me, I was just like, oh, I just was trying to get my feelings out.
Yeah.
But other people, go back to the point you made. Other people seeing things like my aunt, see things in me that I didn't see in myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause I learned that it's called like looking glass self. Like, I study sociology. You can only see you as who you are. You can't see how other people perceive you. Yeah.
Well, hey man, that's dope, man. My next question.
Yes.
Outside of the art form, outside of all of this, what's your favorite pastime?
Who?
Okay, yeah.
You know the vibe.
Man, you got the best hat on, man. I just have to make sure, man. That's Lakers your favorite team?
Lakers, I love the Lakers. But I'm a Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul, my guy.
He's supposed to be a Laker, man. That's another conversation. He's supposed to be a Laker.
Chris Paul, my guy, though, man. Chris Paul, kind of who I pattern my game off of.
Okay.
Like, I love Chris Paul. I like Rondo. I'm a point guard. I like giving assists, man.
Okay.
You feel me?
Hey, well, you definitely gave me an assist today, man. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Before we wrap this up, why don't you tell people where you're gonna be next? Talk about Emancipated Poet.
Okay.
And then let everybody know again where they can find you on social media.
All right. So really, I'm trying to get you out with me. So wherever you want to be, that's where we at next.
Okay.
Right. We'll talk about that. And I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. So I'm trying to get you and other people that I think dope to come out with me. So if you know somebody, so come out. We just put on something to start, like, just perform, man. Like, Emancipated Poet dropping in June 19th. That's my birthday, my 33rd birthday. You feel me? So I dropped Soul Poetry 1 in May, but I officially put it out like on my birthday. I played it for my family. At Madisonville Rec Center. So it's 3 years later. So Emancipated Poet, June 19th is dropping. Or I'm gonna have to release it, but I'm gonna have it somewhere in the city. And yeah, man. What's the last question? I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Just tell people again where they can find you on social media.
They can find me 2 places. Soul_Poetry1. That's SOL_Poetry. The whole word, spell 1 out. ONE. And Conscious Sky, 1 word.
And that's on Instagram. Okay. Facebook.
My name. Schuyler McCray. SCHUYLERMCCRAY. Schuyler McCray. Just my name.
And make sure y'all tap in with this brother on YouTube. Man, hey, it's been a pleasure, man, having you on the show, man.
Appreciate you, man.
No doubt. This has been the Mic Drop with B. Anderson. We out. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and comment on it. And subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this.